Hello everyone, this is Amanda McGinnis. Today we will be discussing the structure of the National Arts Standards and how to navigate the structure on the website www.nationalartsstandards.org. When you first get to the website, you can see that everything is laid out in a very nice, clear, and color-coded way for you. In this first column, where it discusses what are the standards, if you click on Read More, that's where you will be able to find a conceptual framework document of the National Core Arts Standards, and that explains why the art standards are the way that they are. There are 4 overarching categories to the standards, and they are creating, performing, presenting, producing, responding, and connecting. These are called artistic processes. The 4 artistic processes are the cognitive and physical actions by which learning and the making of art are realized. Within each artistic process are anchor standards that are categorized into that artistic process. And each anchor standard describes the general knowledge and skill that we would like students to show as a result of acquired learning. So creating is color-coded blue, and it contains anchor standards 1, 2, and 3. Performing, presenting, and producing is color-coded purple and includes anchor standards 4, 5, and 6. Responding is red with anchor standards 7, 8, and 9. And finally, connecting is orange with anchor standards 10 and 11. There are 2 ways to view the standards. The first we're going to look at is standards at a glance, and this will show us, we can choose the discipline, and it will show us the matrix for that discipline. A little later we will show you the grade band view, and that narrows the standards down a little bit to your specific grade level. Starting with standards at a glance, we'll choose our discipline. And there is general music, but in addition to general music, there are 4 music strands. Harmonizing instruments would be piano or guitar class, composition and theory. Traditional and emerging ensembles would include band, orchestra, and choir. And finally, music technology. For today, we'll choose general music. And there's a pop-up screen that shows you the standards matrix for general music. Now there's a lot going on this screen. So first we see that it's blue. Blue is the color of the artistic process for creating. And we know that anchor standard 1 is categorized underneath creating. So there they list anchor standard 1, which is generate and conceptualize artistic ideas and work. Along with the anchor standards, the authors have included enduring understandings, which are statements that summarize important ideas and the core processes central to our discipline of music, and the enduring understandings will really have value beyond the classroom. The essential questions then help us to lead students towards the enduring understandings and give really a big picture of the enduring understandings and the anchor standards. Within each artistic process, there are smaller pieces of that process. And the first one is imagine. These smaller pieces are called process components. And these are sort of the nuts and bolts of the artistic processes. How we create is we imagine. And then there are also plan and make is a process component. Evaluate and refine and present. So the process components are listed on the side of the matrix. Going back to the first page, we can see the discipline-specific performance standards are listed in these boxes here. So within the artistic process of creating, the process component of imagine, our first performance standard is in pre-kindergarten, and it's listed with A, With substantial guidance, explore and experience a variety of music. Now, these words that are in red are available in the music glossary. You can access the music glossary from the bottom of nationalartsstandards.org, and I will show you where that is. You go here to the home page, scroll, at the bottom of the page, click on glossary, and choose music glossary. All the words that are in red are located in that glossary for you. Then there are also some words that are italicized. The italicized words indicate changes from one grade level to the next, and it helps clarify the progression of these performance standards. For example, in pre-kindergarten, it says, with substantial guidance, explore and experience a variety of music. Then in kindergarten, it expands it to say, experience music concepts such as beat and melodic contour. And with each additional grade level, the italicized words show us how they change and expand the performance standard. The one thing that I feel is a little complicated is the numbering system that they've assigned to the standards. So up here at the top, you can see this set of numbers and letters. MU tells us that we're in the music core art standards. CR lets us know that we are in the artistic process of creating. The number 1 next to the CR is telling us that we're looking at performance standards that fall under Anchor Standard 1. This next one is telling us that we're looking at performance standards that fall under the first process component, which is Imagine, the first process component of Anchor Standard 1. Some of the other anchor standards have more than one process component, so you'll see this number change, and I'll show you that in a moment. Then the last letters or numbers are our grade level. So that last part of the set changes with each grade. So we'll go down here and see how the numbers change. Here we're now in Anchor Standard 2, the first process component of Anchor Standard 2 and pre-kindergarten. Within Anchor Standard 3, we have an example where there are 2 process components for Anchor Standard 3. So here it's Anchor Standard 3.1 for evaluate and refine, and then when we add present, it's 3.2. With this additional process component, there is an additional enduring understanding as well as essential question that goes along with present. Then all of those same pieces are there, except we changed to purple color coding for performing. It lists the anchor standards, enduring understandings, and essential questions here at the top, and your standards are listed in grade band form. Responding is a red color. And finally, connecting is orange. Connecting includes anchor standards number 10 and 11. But down here at the bottom, you can see that there are standards from earlier in the matrix, and this is sort of a cross-section of creating, performing, presenting, producing, and responding, that they're showing you where the connections can be made from each of those other 3 sections. So that's why there are various numbers here in the connecting section. Shows you how to make those connections. Let's take a look at how to view the standards in the grade band view. We'll go back to the home page. And under grade band view, what you can do is really limit the amount of information you're looking at by choosing only the grade levels that apply to you. So if you only teach pre-kindergarten through 2nd grade, you could choose that. Let's look at 3rd through 5th, and that should pop up for us. Here it has some introductory information. You can choose whatever strand or focus of music that you teach. We can choose general music. And to see the specific performance standards, you do have to click print. And it's going to kick us out of general music and show us all of the 5 disciplines. And it's more in a list format. So here for dance, it's connecting, and it has only the performance standards for grades 3, 4, and 5. And you do have to scroll the whole way down through dance, through media arts to get to music. So it's a lot of information, especially if you would print this page. Keep going here. And it does include the glossary. So if the matrix is a little confusing for you, the grade band view is really nice because it limits the amount of information that you're getting, but you do lose some of the way that it's spatially organized. So there are some pros and cons to the grade band level view. Let's go back and we'll talk about the high school level standards and how they're a little different. So if we were going to talk about traditional and emerging ensembles, the primary way that the standards authors have given us to evaluate students in high school in these additional 4 strands outside of general music is proficient, accomplished, and advanced. Everything else is the same. Specifically with ensembles, they add novice and intermediate, and those are for students that maybe just started their instrument in high school or just started being in choir recently. So they would not fall under these 3 levels. They would be over here. Let's look at one more before we're done for today. And we can see music technology does not include that novice or intermediate piece. It has only proficient, accomplished, and advanced. And it still has that color coding for you. So I hope this helps you be able to navigate the National Arts Standards website and understand the different components of the standards, both in grade band format and in the at-a-glance matrix format. Thank you.